I don't know why I'm so chatty lately. I must be the coffee. I had too much, and this is high octane. When I make coffee, it's like 2/3 decaf and 1/3. But Starbucks is high octane. But anyway, I thought my fascinating life here. Um, let's see. Let me show you. Okay. So this is Starbucks, and they have a really nice outdoor patio here. Sometimes when I come here, I get sad because I think of, coming here with Al, and when Jay Dean would visit, we could come here. Now, I don't know if you can see it, but right there is the YMCA, and maybe I'll give you a quick tour of the YMCA. Um, yeah, I was gonna go and, well, I did my stairs. I'm up to 3.5 stairs now, and yeah, and I was gonna do that, but I decided, I got this free YMCA thing, and so I'm gonna do my. It's called. I think I told you, super slow. You get a relatively low weight, but you 10 seconds up, 10 seconds down. So it's midway between, what you call it, weightlifting and what they used to call isometrics. Remember isometrics? Uh, uh, I remember there was a comment Ruth Gordon made in her biography about some shocking thing. And she said, and her comment was, isometrics hadn't been invented, but we did know how to raise our eyebrows. I thought that was a funny comment. Anyway, right. So I'm going to do super slow, and then I guess that's. Guess that. Oh well, of course, we've got this another Jeopardy tournament. Talking about choice now. Now every other month there's some special Jeopardy. They had this one second chance. This was people who lost on Jeopardy but were invited back to see if they could do better. And now we're in a something like, I don't know, second chance tournament of champions. They did like 3 or 4 days, and they won multiple times, but not enough to become like a 5-day winner, which puts them into the championship. So now they have like second chance champions. But this all goes along with my theme that I just texted you about choice fatigue. It's like, I just want a goddamn cup of coffee, and it's like, could you give me a small? We don't have small. Well, what the fuck do you have? Would you like, I think, tall, right? So there is no small in Starbucks. There's tall and I think grande. There's just two sizes. But then you have to decide, do you want light roast or dark roast? Do you want room for cream? It was much easier. I guess this is a COVID thing, when the cream and the sugar were out there, and you put your own cream and sugar. Oh, now and then it's like, well, what kind of cream do you want? And I really, at this point, I was about to say, look, why don't you just jack off into the cup? Seriously. Uh, I'll give you some cream. Come here, right there. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway. Anyway, well, as I told you today, made $60 today, big tipper, right? And then now tomorrow we've got this. It's bizarre. On the same day, these are two regular clients, right? Both of them text me. Talk about, what do they call it? Jungian synchronicity or serendipity, or maybe just slittiness. This one guy says, the guy said, could I watch you? And I said, sure, let me see if I can figure out somebody who'd be into that. And then I get, and then almost immediate afterwards, this guy says, you know, if you want somebody, got somebody else to join in, you know, that's cool. And so, hey, perfect. So I also texted them. I said, you know, this is, as I said in my email, it's like, this isn't two for the price of one. This is in BOGO, buy one, get one. This is, you know, regular price, you know, so, and I said, I hope you're cool with that, but I'm arranging this and hosting, so, anyway, like I said, I'm kind of becoming addicted to this. It's like, you know, I want that money, you know, it's, you know, I mean, I don't, you know, I mean, obviously, like sometimes when Sergio's here, I'm not bored. But if I'm bored, what I think about is like, man, I want to get some money, and then it's like, and then I get the money. It's like I'm going to buy something on Amazon. So I know you don't approve of all this, but I think it's a fucking hoot. You know, I would just love to be like, you know, on Dr. Phil. You know, 72-year-old male prostitute tells all. Anyway. Yeah, so I'm going to kind of stop rambling now, and I'm going to walk over to the Y in a little bit, and I'll give you a short walking tour of, you know, my Tesla. Oh, Tesla! Oh my God! There's a signal on that. There's a tire pressure signal. So, shit! I'm gonna have to take it to Tesla. I'm gonna have to take it to Tesla because I don't even know how to put air in tires. You know, in Austria, they don't do this in the U.S., but it's interesting. In Austria, to get your driver's license, you got to change the tire. You know, in addition to, you know, parallel parking, blah blah blah, all the safety things, you have to change your tire, and you don't get your license until you know how to change your own tire. I think it's a pretty good idea, you know, but I don't know how to do it. Wish I did. I might have learned, but Al and I never had a flat. Okay, I'm going to shut up for a while, and then I'll give you a quick tour of the Y, and, you know, I'm sure you're, you know, thrilled by this, my usual blogs, but hey, like I said, you know, I'm all by myself, had nobody to talk to except you, so deal with it. Hey, you know what? You can always just erase it or speed it up or whatever. Okay, so there's Starbucks, right? And then I'm going over to the Y. You know, you've seen one strip mall, you've seen them all. Yeah, there's nothing, everything is homogeneous. I don't know, I think it was Christopher Isherwood said that, you know, America seems materialistic. I think I told you this, but in fact, we're very unmaterialistic. So, for example, like Starbucks, or he particularly was talking about motels, and it's like we're not going to like a coffee shop, or we're not going to, Americans don't go to a coffee shop, they don't go to a motel, they don't go to a store, they're going to a kind of a platonic ideal of a store or a motel, or, and Starbucks is kind of like, you know, the an idealized coffee shop, you know, and it's funny, there's like nothing unique about it, you know. Right, so it's, you know, everything is uniform, but again, it's like the idea of a coffee shop. Okay, well, anyway, here's my Tesla over here. I got to get rid of these sunglasses before I go exercise, but I don't know. Let me go around. So I get this, I'm getting this signal that there's something wrong with one of my tires, and, you know, kick the tires. I don't know. They look fine to me, but I guess I'm going to have to, shit. So, yeah. Holy shit. Yeah. Believe it or not, I got sideswiped, not too bad. And I followed the guy and he was beeping it, yeah, but then I decided maybe I better not, road rage, everybody has a gun. So anyway, hold on, putting my sunglasses here for now. And where's my, yeah, okay, I don't know. Can you see, I don't know if you can see it, but there's this little yellow thing. That means there's something wrong in the upper left, that there's something wrong with the tire pressure. I'm sure you're fascinated by this, okay, anyway, to orient you, there's my Starbucks where I was, and here's the YMCA. And since, here I am. Since COVID, this thing is a mere shadow of itself. Okay, so it's getting on, let's say it's 4. And you see all these parking spaces here? Before COVID, you couldn't, I'd have to actually park over in Starbucks because I couldn't get a space here. But now there's plenty of parking. I guess people aren't using the Y as often. There's maybe half the number of classes. I also, maybe it's like one of these back to the Great Resignation. It's sad to see. And I really used to like the spin classes, and they had like 10 spin classes a day. So, I could go at, a convenient time for me. Now they have like 1 spin class a day. I don't know what happened, anyway, and you know what else? I should be wearing a mask, hey, the art of living dangerously, Danger is my middle name. I don't wear a mask at the Y, bring it on. Okay, hold on a minute. Okay, I gotta check in. Well, this is another thing, okay? So we used to have cards, right? Right? Now you don't have cards anymore. You have keychain things, Another 21st century innovation. Okay, what is this? Oh, okay. Hold on. Okay. They're cleaning up the studio. This is some kind of maybe ballet class. I don't know. And what's this? Yeah, I'd say yeah. Anyway, you can't see the difference, but man, this is not what it used to be. It used to be much busier and more classes. And this is the gymnastics. But I wouldn't be surprised if some of these kids don't wind up in the Olympics or something. It's just incredible. But anyway, here's this cycle studio here. It's dark. Let's see. God. This is, this in the dark, this looks kind of eerie, Yeah. I don't know if you remember the warehouses in the West Village. They used to say it's kind of eerie and a Lackawanna. Erie, Lackawanna, get it? Maplethorpe took a lot of pictures there, but yeah, this is weird. But again, this used to be busy every day. There, every hour almost there was a class. Now, nothing. But I must say, you think about this. Okay, we got here. I think about going to gyms in New York. You've been to gyms in New York, and it was like they were like so crowded and everything. I mean, I guess what amazes me about this place is it's like so spacious, you know, so spacious. And this is where I work out, and this is where I do my super slow routine. Uh, and this is kind of typical. Let's check this guy out. You know, he looks like he's about 90. He also looks like a duplicate of Riff Raff from the whatchamacallit, Rocky Horror Show. So anyway, but I really do feel you know um, you know grateful, but no, I do feel really privileged to have something like this. And like I said, compared to New York, gyms were like ridiculously expensive and always so crowded, you know. And no, this is this is really a beautiful facility. And who told me? I'm forgetting who told me I should go back to the Y. Oh, I think Laura. Laura, Al's daughter. Said since I was off the Zoloft, I was depressed and I should go back to the Y, and I did. And I think I told you the story, and the woman said, Des, are you in Kaiser? And she said, well, you should be eligible for, I think it's called the Silver Sneakers Program or something like that. Actually, at the price of sneakers these days, probably pure silver sneakers would be cheaper than one of these Jordan, sneakers. But anyway, so I go to join. It's like, hey, instead of $100 joining fee and $48 a month, it's free. So yeah. So okay. So my karma point today is I went to the Y and I did my super slow routine, and I didn't go Karen at the Starbucks, although I really wanted to. It's like, I'm not going to come here anymore because I'm like, if I make coffee at home, I know what kind of coffee I have and what I'm going to put in it. I don't have to make 10 different decisions. I mean, back to that decision fatigue thing. It was the thing on. I think it was a YouTube. But anyway, they had people. People perform a task, right? Then they came back and they asked them to go shoe shopping. It was kind of interesting considering that Sergio sells shoes, but they just asked them to go, they had a certain amount of money they could spend, and they could go and they could shop for shoes, online, all right? And they did. Then they gave them the previous task, and they fucked it all up. And it was because they were decision fatigue. They were exhausted by making choices, and it's not like it was like really difficult choices. It was just you had to pick out a shoe, a style, the size you like, and then do an actual work task that required making decisions. And after the online shopping, the people kept screwing up things, and this is you talk about. Actually, I remember so prescient, Devo. Yeah, I think Devo's, one of their albums was Freedom of Choice, where in fact there's, the freedom of choice creates a dilemma of there's so much choice that you just can't make a decision. All right then, okay, enough procrastinating. Shit, I'm gonna have to go and actually lift weights. Not heavy ones, and the thing about super slow is you do it once, you do a few, just a few reps to exhaustion, and you're finished, which is why I like it. And it's also safe. You're not going to drop anything if you use the machine. You're not going to strain yourself because the weight is light. Okay, well, I guess I'm kind of like lonely today, and that's why I'm talking to it so much. because I'm lonely every day unless Sergio's around, you know. And clients don't really do it for me. I mean, at least I'm not alone, but you know, it's not exactly a relationship. Anyway, all right, take care. Bye-bye.